Hello students, I welcome you all in my class. Today we are going to start a new chapter. Chapter number 5, complex number and quadratic equations. Children, in earlier classes, means in class 10th, you have already studied about the quadratic equation. Okay, so here we are going to define a complex number. Okay, here I am taking a question: x square plus 1 is equal to 0. Children, can you find the value of x? Can you find the root of this polynomial x square plus 1? Here x square plus 1 is equal to 0 it is a quadratic equation. Here if we will write x square is equal to minus 1. Here x is a real number. X is what? X is a real number. Children, can you tell me square of any real number becomes negative? No. Square of any real number, either it is positive or negative, it will become positive. Here the result is x square is equal to minus 1. It means here x is not a real number. Here x is not a real number, because we know that square of any negative or positive real number, it will become positive, but here the square of x is negative, so here x is not a real number. So if x is not a real number, so x will what? X will be complex number. Okay, so here we can write x is equal to under root minus 1. Under root minus 1. In place of under root minus 1, we can write, I am giving a symbol I. Here I is the iota. Here I is the iota. Here root minus 1 is equal to I. Here I represent imaginary number. Here x is not a real number. Here x is an imaginary number. Okay. So children, now in the next segment we are going to define a term complex number. A number that can be represented in the form of a plus ib. A plus ib. If a number can be represented in the form of a plus ib, then a plus ib is called a complex number. Here complex number z is equal to a plus ib. Here a is a real number, a is a real number, and b is also a real number, but I is imaginary number, so I into b will be imaginary number. Okay, so this is the standard form of complex number. This is the complex, it is the standard form of complex number. Complex number have two parts. One is the real part and another is imaginary part. Here this is the real part and this is the imaginary part. Okay, this is the real part and this is the imaginary part. It means complex number have two parts. One is the real part and another is the imaginary part. So in the next part we are going to explain the value of I square, I cube, I power 4 and so on. Okay, so if I is equal to under root minus 1, if I equal to under root minus 1, so children, can you tell me what will be the value of I square? I square, what will be the value of I square? If I is equal to this, then I square is equal to square of minus root minus 1. It will become minus 1. Okay, now I cube, the value of I cube is equal to what? I cube is equal to I into I square. We can write I cube as a product of I into I square, and we know that the value of I square is minus 1. Now the value of I cube will become minus I. I cube equal to minus I, and I power 4. I power 4 equal to what? We can write I power 4 as a product of I square into I square. I square into I square equal to I square is minus 1 and I square is also minus 1. Now it will become plus 1. Here now we have how many values? I square, I cube, I power 4. With help of all these values, children, we can find the value of I power 5, I power 6, I power 60, I power 2000, I power 999. We can find the many values. Okay, here now I am going to write here the value of I is equal to root minus 1, I square minus 1, I cube is equal to minus I, and I power 4 is equal to 1. Now with help of all these values, we are going to find some other values like I power 17. Children, can you find the value of I power 17? Yes, here you observe that the power of I is 17. It is more than 4. If the power of I is more than 4, we will divide the given number by 4, because we know that I power 4 equal to 1, I power 4 equal to 1. Okay, so first I am going to divide 17 by 4. 4 4 ja 16, the remainder is 1. Now in place of I power 17, we can write I power 4 into 4 by using Euclid division algorithm. We can write, in place of 17 we will write 4 into 4. 4 into 4 plus 1. Okay, divisor into quotient plus remainder. Here I power 4 into 4 into I power 1. We can write, so here I power 4 to the power 4 into I. We know that the value of I power 4 is 1. I power 4 is 1. I power 4 is 1. 1 power 4 equal to 1. 1 into I, it is equal to I. This is the value of I power 17. The value of I power 17 is I. Similarly, we can find some other values. Some other values like I power 97. We can find the value of I power 97. Here the power is more than 4. It means we will divide the power 97 by 4. 4 to the 8, 4 4 ja 16, 1. So here we can write it like I power 4 into 24 plus 1. So I power 4 to the power 24 into I power 1. Okay, we know that I power 4 is 1, 1 power 24, it is equal to 1 into I. It means the value of I power 97 is also I. Now I am taking some more questions. Children, can we find the value of 1 upon I power 23? Can we find the value of I to the power minus 23? I to the power minus 23. Can we find the value of I to the power minus 23? Yes, we can find the value of 1 upon I to the power minus 23. First I am going to write it like this. We can write 1 upon I to the power minus 23 is equivalent to the I to the power 23. Here the power is more than 4. It means we will divide 23 by 4. I to the power 4 5 is 20. 20 plus 3. 23. We can write it like I to the power 4 into 5 into I to the power 3. Here I power 4 to the power 5 into I to the power 3. Okay. I power 4 is 1, 1 to the power 5 1, I cube. And we know that the value of I cube is what? I cube is minus I. Okay. Similarly, we can find the other values of I to the power something. Now we are going to move towards the next segment. When the two complex numbers are equal to each other, then if Z1 is one complex number A plus IB and another complex number Z2 is equal to 3 plus 5I, here the condition is here the two complex numbers z1 and z2 are equal. So children, can we find the value of a and b? Yes, we can find the value of a and b. Here the condition is z1 is equal to z2. Here a plus ib is equal to 3 plus 5i is given. Okay, if the two complex numbers are equal to each other, then we can say that the real part of the first complex number is equal to the real part of the second complex number. Here the real part of the first complex number is a and the real part of the second complex number is 3. It means the value of a will be 3. We will equate these two values. It means a equal to 3, and here the imaginary part of this number, first complex number, is ib, and the imaginary part of the second complex number is 5i. It means ib is equal to 5i. It means b is equal to 3. b equal to 5. Okay, so here the value of a and b is equal to, we can find the a equal to 3 and the b equal to 5. Similarly, we can find the, if the second complex number is, minus 3i plus 4, here z1 and z2 both are equal. Okay, so z1 is equal to z2. It means a plus ib is equal to minus 3i plus 4. Here the real part of the first complex number is a and the real part of the second complex number is 4. If we will equate these two numbers, and we will get a equal to 4, and here the imaginary part of the first complex number is ib and the imaginary part of the second complex number is minus 3i. So ib is equal to minus 3i. Here I cancel, b equal to minus 3. Here the value of a equal to 4 and b equal to minus 3. Okay children? Okay, thank you so much.